What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Funko 411. On today's episode, we're doing something that we haven't done in a little while, kind of like a big pop haul video, because I've got a bunch of boxes piling up, and usually I just end up opening them because there's never like enough to do a video. But today I felt like, had enough to do something fun. So we've got a box from Funko that's got a bunch of the Funko Fusion Pops, including a little bit of Chase Roulette. Got a box from Target that's got a bunch of the Infinity Saga, the Iron Mans, the Hulkbusters in here, so we're going to open those. We've got a box of trades that we did with a friend of the channel. We've got a couple of cool prototypes that we got from Smeye World. And lastly, and maybe I should say firstly, we've got something that a friend picked up for me at the headquarters in Everett, because she lives there and she knows I collect this line, and they released a new pop in this line. So she reached out and was really nice and said, hey, I'll pick it up for you. So I'll show you this pop first. All right, let's rip right into it. And, I should say this before I get too far into it. I know if you watched my previous video, I talked about like a poll that I was doing to see what my next video should be. And I gave you a couple options. I said it would either be a SpongeBob mystery mini video, a pop hunt video, a 50 soda video, or a whatnot mega grail video. I have not forgotten about that video. This is kind of like a bonus because I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to open up. So we're still going to do that video next. So if you do have a vote for which one of those you want to see in that upcoming video, leave me a comment down below. I'll still consider those votes. But right now, the one that's in the lead is probably either the SpongeBob Mystery Minis or the Whatnot Mega Grail. So if you want to have your say in what gets posted next, go ahead and comment below. But back to this one. So like I said, this was a friend who lives in Everett or near Everett, and she knows that I'm a big fan of what you could see right there, which is the Myths collection. And they don't really release a ton of the pop Myths anymore. They kind of just do a lot of Bigfoot variants. But I have tried to stay as complete as possible on these. I do think I still am missing like one or two of the line, like some of the more rare Bigfoots. But here is Bigfoot. She packed it very well, which I appreciate. And there is Bigfoot. So we got a new version of Bigfoot, which is cool that they continue to do some, different versions of that. So you know who you are. Thank you very much for reaching out and helping me stay complete on this line, or close to complete on this line. But there is Bigfoot. We'll put this over here, and maybe we'll move on to our trade next. All right, and here is our trade box. And this was, again, somebody who reached out on Instagram. And, you guys, if you ever see something in a video that you want to trade, or, you could always feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to do trades. But I was opening up some of the Box of Fun stuff, and they saw some things that I said I didn't really want. So they reached out and said, oh, these are pops that I really wanted. You want to trade for some cool horror pops that I've got? And I said, of course, because I'm actually doing like a horror mystery box coming up in October. So I thought that these would be like good little additions to that drop. So here are those pops. I won't say their name. I don't know if they want me to say their name out on YouTube or not, but thank you for doing the trade. Here are the two pops that we picked up. First one we got was Chainsaw Man, the Chase, and appreciate the fact that they put them in protectors. So here is Chainsaw Man. I'll take it out real quick. I should have taken Bigfoot out too, but there is Chainsaw Man. Man, that is a cool pop. I don't know if this counts as like horror or not. I don't really know much about Chainsaw Man, but this pop looks awesome and it looks pretty scary to me. So there is Chainsaw Man. And then our second one, which you kind of probably saw in the corner, really cool one, is Pennywise Chase. This is like the new specialty series exclusive. For a long time, I was actually like 100% complete on the It Pennywise line. And then I kind of fell off the track on these because they just were there were so many It pops that they were making. But this is a really cool one. And now that I'm seeing it in person, like kind of tempted to, because I like that it's got like the little kicked foot out there. Why don't we take this one out? Oh yeah, that looks good. See how it's got the kind of the kicked foot out there, kind of doing his little jig dance. That's a neat pop. And then obviously it glows in the dark for the Chase, but that's a cool little pickup. Thanks again for the trade. I appreciate it. Hope you're watching. So there is Pennywise. All right, let's do the Smeye World Protos next. I don't buy a ton of Protos, but If I ever see ones for like characters that are like favorite characters, then the temptation really kicks in, and sometimes I'll grab one or two. And I usually will only buy them if it's from like Smeye World, or if I really, really know the lineage very well, like if it's Fugitive Toys or something like that. So here is that box. It was double boxed. The only thing I don't really like about buying prototypes is then I feel like I have to go buy the actual pop again so that I can put the prototype in a box. So for these two pops, I don't have extras of them, so I'm gonna have to buy pop boxes just so that I can, you know, store them. Here is the first one, and I'm going to be very careful with it. It is Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, which I really love the Rosie character. I think she's hilarious. So I bought Rosie, and I also love the soda for Rosie. So a little bit of, I don't even know what it's called. It's kind of like a growing collection of Rosie Funko Pops and sodas that I've had. So when I saw this one, I thought it would be cool to pick up. And then here is the little prototype sticker that they give with the pop. So you could put the sticker on your pop box when you go find one. So I got to go find a Rosie pop box. And then my second one is probably one that you're more familiar with me actually collecting. This one is Dr. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. And aside from Back to the Future, Jurassic Park's probably my second biggest collection. And then after that, it's like horror stuff. I'm pretty insane on my horror collection, but I thought this would be a cool one to pick up. And like I said, really reasonable, pretty reasonable prices for prototypes on Smeye World's website when they were doing the sale. So there is Ian Malcolm. I'll put these two over here, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, we're going to do our Target box next, and I'm probably going to take this off screen because it's a massive box, but we've still got the Funko box after this one, and that's got all the Funko Fusion stuff. We're going to do a little chase roulette on the Indominus Rex, so let's get into this one first, and then we'll move on to that. All right, I'm going to start off with the thing that was taking up the most space in the box, which is this massive Hulkbuster. I got the 10-inch Hulkbuster. They did like a whole little special line of pops for Infinity Saga. This thing is a beast. I mean, it's a 10-inch pop, but it is heavy. It is a statue. I mean, this might be one of the better made 10 inches that I think I've ever seen them do, because a lot of the time, you know, the 10 inches are just like a chunky, big, tall figure, but this has a lot of like little details. It's almost like they really put a lot of extra attention to detail in this. The price does reflect it though. This guy was $45, so a little bit more expensive, but for a figure like this, I mean, it really is like more like a statue rather than like just a normal 10-inch pop. But there is Hulkbuster. Check that out. I couldn't even get the box fully on screen because it was so big. So there's Hulkbuster. I'll put him over here. Maybe I'll just stand him up over here in the corner. We'll scoot these down to give him some breathing room. So there is Hulkbuster right in the corner there. And then our other pops from Target came in these weird, like, hay bales. I don't know what the deal is with this. I have seen other people get stuff like this before, but not sure how I feel about this, because I feel like it would just, like, scratch up the windows and the boxes, especially on these, like, blacklight boxes. But we'll see in a second. All right. I mean, I kind of stand corrected. It looks like it is in pretty good shape. So, I mean, the sticker's a little bit beat up, but that might have been from before that you even got packed. But there is Iron Man, focusing on the shipping, but should be talking about the pop. Mark V Iron Man, again, like the blacklight style. They did, like, I don't know, it was kind of random, a mini Infinity Saga line with these 4 pops. So we do have the other ones in this line that we're going to see right now, but there is Iron Man Mark V. And then I'll quickly get out of this other hay bale, and I'll show you our next one, which is... that is Iron Man Mark III. And this one, to me, looks a lot similar to the regular blacklight Iron Man that they did. I don't know which, version of Iron Man that was. And this one did get a little bit of damage from being pushed into this, like, little weird protecting. But there is Mark III. I take all of these out of the box anyway, so I don't really care too much about the boxes on these, because, you know, these are going to be pretty common. Not really worried about value or anything like that. But there's Iron Man Mark III. That means our last one is going to be the Mark I. All right, and here is our Mark I. And this one I think actually is probably my favorite version of Iron Man that they make. I do have, like, they made one as like a, maybe it was a SDCC exclusive 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Have that pop. I like that one a lot, but this is like a little blacklight variant. Honestly, out of all three of these, or all four of these, I should say, the Hulkbuster is by far the best one. I'm almost tempted to, like, maybe not even keep these other three and just only keep the Hulkbuster, but knowing me, I probably will just go ahead and keep all of them because I have like a whole little display of Iron Man and Marvel stuff. But all right, moving on. We've got one box left. It's all the Funko Fusion stuff. I'm excited to open this up because we get to do a little chase roulette on that one. So we will get to that now. All right, our last box, and we're running out of room. Maybe I'll put some of these Marvel ones off to the side just so that we have some room to show off this stuff. But here's our last box from Funko, and this is going to be our Funko Fusion Pops. I've seen some people opening this up. So I only got one of the Indominus Rex pop, so we're doing like, it's a straight up one chase roulette. I have a feeling since I only got one, they're probably just going to send me the comment. All right, I'm going to kind of spoil it just so that I could show you how badly they ship this. So the Indominus Rex, if you can see it, is actually like stuffed right there. And it is the common, but it's stuffed so hard that it's in between the shipping box. And this is like completely, you could just tell that it's destroyed. All right, so I moved that stuff out of the way so I can show you the Indominus Rex that was kind of just smushed in there. And, you know, you could see when they do stuff like that, it destroys the box. I mean, these types of boxes are really prone to damage anyway because they're bigger boxes. They kind of get beat up. You can see the windows already all beat up. So I don't care that much, but if I were somebody who was going to keep these pops in box, I'd probably be a little bit more annoyed. But with this one, I really just care about the figure. So here is Indominus Rex, and the base that he stands on just fell on the floor, but I'll grab that. But cool pop, and the chase obviously is purple. No chase luck this time around, but very, very cool. Another little dino to add to the lineup. And we'll move on to the rest of those Funko Fusion Pops. They have some really good ones in this line, so I'm excited to see them. So here is Indominus Rex. We'll put him right over here. Oh, and I forgot to show this, but inside the box, they give you like an exclusive game content that has like a code for if you're playing Funko Fusion. I have not played the game. I don't know much about what the code does or anything like that, but if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I'm curious about it. But you use this card to probably get like a special character in the game or something, or like maybe it unlocks something in the game. But there's that. All right, let's see how our other stuff held up in that shipping box. First up, we've got, I'll show you, we've got, oh, cool. We've got Eddie Funko. This is a cool pop. And let's see, did he get all torn up? He's okay. Some of these boxes, I mean, these boxes are so cool, but they are just like begging to get damaged because of the color schemes and stuff like that. So actually, yeah, you can see you got a little bit of a scratch right there from the box. And Funko, it's so weird because you would think when you buy from Funko that they would give you the best shipping out of anybody because they understand the product the most. But a lot of the time, Funko shipping is the worst out of anybody that you buy from. There is Eddie Funko, very, very cool pop. And then our second one from this box we've got is Megan. This was one I was really looking forward to. I knew it was going to end up being a common, but this is the kind of pop, like if they had made this a little bit limited and not part of this line, maybe if they had made it like a Funko Shop exclusive or something, this could be like a grail if they had done that, because I think the mold is really well done. I think the character will just become more popular as that movie kind of gets older and kind of grows its audience in the future. I think they're going to do a sequel to this movie too. I liked it a lot, but there's Megan. Kind of see on the back the rest of the line. We do have a couple more from there, so there's that one. All right, we've got two more. First one up is RJ McCready from The Thing, and again, this one got beat up too. I hate to focus on the damage, but it's like, come on, Funko. You're going to ship this stuff. Look how beat up it is. do a better job with the shipping, but cool pop nonetheless. I've wanted them to do a thing pop for so long, and it's definitely cool to see that character as a pop. So there is RJ McCready, and then our last one is probably the one that I'm the most excited about. It is the Mecha Freddy, and we're going to take this one out of the box real quick, and I'm going to probably end up being the one who does a little bit of damage on this box, because this will be one that I take out of the box. I don't really care too much. And again, you get like the little card in the back, but here is Mecha Freddy. Take a look at that. That is a cool pop. They did a rewind for this same kind of style character, but I'm a big fan when Funko does sort of like these random variations of Freddy that aren't necessarily tied to, you know, a big franchise or something. They can do it in small doses, especially if they do like cool molds like this. I'm not as much of a fan of when they do like, you know, skiing Freddy or Freddy gardening and stuff like that, whatever, you know, random ones that they've done lately. But I do like stuff like this. But anyway, that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus video doing some pop pickups. Haven't done something like this in quite a while. If you want to vote for the next video, you could still do that. Leave me a comment down below for that. Let me know what you thought of these pops. What did you think of some of the damage on these? Do you think I should go report it to Funko? I'm sure that they probably wouldn't do anything. I hate to say that, but it's probably true. Let me know that down in the comments. And then if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button before you head out. Do all that stuff, and I will see you on the next one.